Mexico was a Judite. He was a Judite man. He wasn't even Issachar. He was a Judite. He was a general. Go ahead,
It says, however, at least 28 million Israelites were enslaved in the Muslim Middle East, as at least 80% of those captured by Muslim slave traders were calculated to have died before reaching the slave market. It is believed that the death toll from the 14th century of Muslim slave raids into Africa could have been over 112 million. When added to the number of those sold in the slave markets, the total number of Israelite victims of the trans-Saharan and East African slave trade could be significantly higher than 140 million people.
Go back to Isaiah 60. Pick up where it says Kirjah. Kirjah.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay. This is Isaiah 60 verse 7. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebo shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on my altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Who are these that fly as a cloud, and as the doves to their windows? Surely the owls shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with thee, unto the name of the Lord thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night.
Right, because we're gonna have a lot of Ishmaelites in slavery. We can't have our doors shut because we gotta get that kingdom built. And them Ishmaelites, they got a whole lot of oil, they got a whole lot of gold, and they got a whole lot of fine-ass women. They're gonna be coming in back and forth day and night. The only day they're gonna rest is on the Sabbath. Let's go back to let's share the precept.
Revelations 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. It's just talking about how these Edomites put us in captivity. And I've got another precept. This is 2 Thessalonians 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing of God to recompense tribulations to them that trouble you.
Right, and they trouble us. Not only did they trouble us back then, but they trouble us now, man. You go into the stores, they give you that smug ass look. Like, I remember we went to this liquor store over by where the brother lives over here in Maryland, and you got Ishmaelite, either Ishmaelite or Elamite, and he straight came out and called us niggas, man. Like straight just came out and said it. We know he ain't like us. He want us to hurry up and buy something and get the fuck out of there, man. And that's how it is wherever you go, man, with these heathens. Get Numbers 23 and 9. Cause these heathens, they don't respect us, man. They're not gonna respect us until we get that power. That's why we say the hell with all these heathens, man. That's why we were never supposed to make covenants with them. We were never even supposed to we were supposed to kick them out of the land, but we kept them in the land. When you read Joshua and you read Judges, when it says we took over certain countries and got our lands and got our lots, we didn't kick out the Jebusites, we didn't kick out the Canaanites or the Hivites. We slaughtered them, but we let some of them still live amongst us. You see, and they're not even supposed to be amongst us. You got the numbers on?
Yeah, Numbers 23, I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, how shall I curse whom Yahweh have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord have not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him.
Right, it's talking about our people, the Israelites. Go ahead.
It says, lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations.
Right, we're supposed to dwell alone and not be reckoned among the nations. All right, you're not supposed to put out censuses for us. You're not supposed to put your hands on us. You're not even supposed to come into our lots. We're not even supposed to be reckoned among you, and we're not. We go in your stores. You don't respect us. You don't like Negroes. You don't like Hispanics. Go ahead.
Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the fourth part of Israel?
Right. That's just like what the brother was saying. Just like how you got all these Moabites over there in China and the different tribes in Cambodia and Philippines and Guam and all that stuff. Majority of them are Jakes. It's just 2/3 of them. You know. You may have some elect sprinkled in there somewhere out of one of the tribes.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, but for the most part, it's 2/3, man. That's why they act all crazy. That's why you see them breakdancing all good and shit. Them Chinese that you see breakdancing and rapping and shit with mad flavor and style, those are not Moabites, man. Those are not Ammonites. Those are Israelites. And even amongst a lot, wherever you go in a lot of these foreign countries, you have people that look like heathens but are living in the ghettos, and they basically, in their language, they call them the niggas of their country.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in China, you got the slums, you got these crazy ass gangs in China. Those are Jakes, man. Those are Jakes.
Yeah.
And the heathens that live there, they know there's something different about them, you know?
Yeah, I seen another video real quick. It was in Iraq, and they were saying how basically the ones that came over in Iraq on slave boats were getting treated like shit. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones in the ghettos. They don't have no politicians to represent them all in Iraq. And you look at them, you could tell that they're Jakes. You know what I'm saying? They got they got Jake features. They just dwell amongst it was that Elam over there. And it was so I was gonna bring out the script. Revelation 7:10.
Revelation 7:10. And cry with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God which sitteth upon the throne and upon the Lamb. And all the angels stood round about the beasts and fell before the throne. Fell before the throne on their faces and worship God.
Hold up, what's the script on every nation, out of every nation?
5 and 10.
Oh, Slock, there you go.
Revelations 5 and 10. In haste made us upon our God kings and princes, and we shall reign on the earth. And not
3, 5, and 5. It might be 7 and 9.
Revelations 5 and 5.
I think it's 7 because that's yeah, I think it's
Revelation. No, Revelation's the 5th chapter. It does have it in there though. It's definitely Revelation, the 5th chapter. Yeah, 5 and 5.
In Revelations 5 and 5, and the angels which I saw stood upon the sea, upon the earth. Oh, this is Revelation 10. This is Revelations 5 and 5. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not, behold, the linen lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, have prevented
14
to open the book of the Lord.
No, the Revelation 14 and 6.
Revelations 14 and 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of the heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach upon them that dwell in the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, and give glory to him,
Right. So if you understand, the scriptures, you understand that those are that every nation and every kindred and every coming out of every tongue is who? That those are Israelites coming out of every nation. All right.
Oh, yeah. Also, was it more on that? If not,
no, that's it.
Go to 5 and 9. Revelation chapter 5, verse 9. Because it's talking about that great multitude.
Revelations 5 and 9.
Because amongst Salakia, in that Arab, it goes back to that Arab trade too. Because there's a lot of our people over there in Iraq and Iran and in Saudi Arabia and Yemen and Bahrain, even in Ethiopia and Kenya, them East African nations. A lot of us over there too.
Yep.
So read that out, 5 and 9.
Revelations 5 and 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, to open the seals thereof. For thou hast slain and hastened. Say it again. And hast redeemed us of God by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation.
Right, see, there it is again. We're going to be, just like when you read in Acts 2nd chapter, we were all over the place. We were scattered all over the place. So we have to be gathered from all over the place. I believe it says that in Zephaniah, the 1st chapter as well. But the scriptures always, it says it all over the scripture, you know? He has to redeem us from all over different countries. And if we're going to be redeemed from different countries, that only means that we're going to look like those nations.
Right.
As I see, when you read in Ezra, the priests, they mingled their seeds amongst all the people. Go back to the article if you want to.
Hold on, the article basically,
Okay, come.
If I'm not mistaken, check Hosea 9 and 10. He's either Hosea or Amos 9 and 10. I'm mixed up.
What's it say?
That we be amongst the Gentiles, scattered amongst the Gentiles.
Another one that reads Psalm 60 and 1. That's good too. And Ezekiel, I think Ezekiel the 29th chapter. 29 and 16.
Said Psalms
60 and 1.
Psalm 60 and 1. Hear my cry, O God. Tend upon my prayer. For the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lend me.
That's 60 and 1?
No, that's 61.
No, it's Psalms chapter 60, verse 1.
Psalm 60, verse 1. O God, thou hast cast us off. Thou hast scattered us. Thou hast been displaced. Turn thyself us again.
Right, see, it said, David was saying in the spirit that he cast us off. And he was displeased with us and he scattered us. Alright, so that just goes to prove that, you know, the Most High, he kicked us out of our land by way of using the heathen. And an example that the brother was reading in that article with the Ishmaelites, that captivity was real gruesome. It was, if not the same or worse than the captivity we received over here in Babylon. Especially for the nigga woman. They say it took 2 women for every man. And they weren't serving slavery how we were serving slavery here. They were over there getting raped and ravished. And all it said, basically all the men getting neutered, man.
Yeah, because they were using them for as to be eunuchs to watch over their bed chambers, and they knew if they would leave them over there watching over their women and shit, they'd pop their women and shit, and might have kids with their woman. So that was the reason for them doing that. Amos 9 and 9.
Amos 9:9. For lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is swifted in a
sieve. Right, and just the same way you scatter it out, scatter anything out. You know, that's how we were scattered amongst all the nations. And it's another one, 8 and 8, if I'm not mistaken. No. Let me see. No, Salaki, that's not it. You got something out?
Yeah, I got you. Deuteronomy 30:3. That then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither the Lord thy power have scattered thee.
Right. Again, you see the nation of Israel again being scattered. Go ahead, Up.
If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Right, and that's the fulfillment of what was that we read? Revelations 5 and 9, Revelations 14 and 6. You know, because in that day, when Babylon is destroyed, the elect is going to be gathered up and brought into the land of Israel. All right, so and that's prophecy right there. What was you reading again, up?
Deuteronomy 30:3.
Yeah, come all the way over in Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter.
Can you get Ezekiel 36 and 18?
Ezekiel 36 verse 18. It says, wherefore I poured my fury upon them.
17.
17. Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they had shed upon the land, and for their idols wherewith they had polluted it. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries. According to their way and according to their doings, I judged them.
Read 19 more time.
And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way.
Yeah, according to their way, right? Because this is the punishment. If you have a son, pretty much. If you're a man, you have a son, and you're a blacksmith, and you plan on passing on your blacksmith business to your son, and you wind up and you take that business away and you give it to some strange man that lives down the street, and now you got to work for that man that took over your father's business. It's pretty much the same concept. Well, although the Most High is doing that to us because we messed up in the past, you know. So we got to serve slavery. We got to serve servitude to these other nations for what we've done. And it's all throughout. We brought out scriptures, line upon line, here a little and there a little, one after another. And if you can't get it, this it's just not for you, man. Because you got a lot of scoffers on the comment boards and shit, talking about whatever they be saying. They buck up against us, but we showing you scripture after scripture after scripture, what's blatantly showing you that the children of Israel were scattered amongst all nations. It says all nations. So it's not hard to understand that when it was, you showed get on John 11:52, Baba Kushar. So when you see that we were scattered amongst all nations, and the Gentiles being mentioned in the New Testament, Salakia, it's not hard to see that it's referring to the lost sheep of house of Israel. You got it?
Yeah, John 11:52. And not for that nation only.
Right, talking about Yahweh Shai, because he was prophesied to come gather up the sheep. Go ahead.
But that also he should gather together in one the children of Yahweh that were scattered abroad.
Right, the children of the Most High that were scattered abroad. So when the one whom you